Well, family, it is a beautiful Monday morning. Just look up at the sky. It is crystal blue with a few white clouds floating around. But what a beautiful day to wake up to. What a beautiful week to wake up to. What a beautiful morning to wake up to. How is everyone doing? Hello, hello, hello. You have dialed into the Team Effort Lifestyle Call, and this is your host, Pastor Nikisha, with my business partner, Pastor Joe Wafer. I pray everyone's had a wonderful, successful, and prosperous weekend, and you're ready to get this week up and going. Well, the line is open. Go right ahead. Introduce yourself and let us know where you're calling in from.
Good morning, Kentucky. Good morning. Mama Isi, California. Good morning, beautiful ladies. I'm strong. Wow. I'm healthy. I'm happy. I'm happy. Woo! I'm shouting like a baby, but I'm 80-something years old.
Mama, you said 87 years old. Did you say 87?
I said 80-something. 80-something.
Oh, 80-something.
Correct. But
okay, I understand. We can't tell our age like that, right, Mom? We can do it.
Yes, it's bringing my life right. Yes, pray. It's doing something good for me. I love it.
I'm so glad that you're taking those vitamins, praise Mom Missy. I had a chance to look at you do those push-ups on the video. I was just amazed, Mom Missy. I was amazed. We were showing your video. Everybody last church, and you were showing off.
Chief Jesse is there, I'm sure.
Yes, she was showing it off, Mom Missy. Well, you keep taking those vitamins, praise Mom Missy, and I'm sure you're going to keep doing those push-ups and a whole lot more.
Yes, I'm doing it. I'm not tired of pushing up. Well, thank
you for being here, Mom Missy. Well, family, who wants to listen this morning, go right ahead and introduce yourself.
Sandy Jones, all sprayed up and ready to go. Belated Happy Father's Day to the fathers I didn't get the opportunity to give the wish to.
That's right, Sandy. Happy belated Father's Day. So many great fathers in the world. We want to honor them, right, Sandy?
No question. They better get those sprays so they can stay in good shape.
You got that right. Keep them young and keep them strong. You better keep spraying.
That's right.
Well, keep it coming, family. Who's with us this morning?
Magnificent Monday. Fayetteville is no longer untapped.
All right, Mr. Jackson, how'd it go in North Carolina?
It was phenomenal. We had a magnificent time. We were well received. And I'm anticipating today Agent 008.
Hey, how they doing ladies' night? Did they behave on ladies' night?
Phenomenal. They did it well. I mean, it was well represented, and we had great exposure and great contact.
Wonderful. Great job, team. Welcome back home.
Thank you.
Jesse Bowden, calling from the Pentagon.
Oh, I knew you were there. I knew you went to North Carolina, too. I knew you sitting there grinning like a church cat, huh?
It was ladies' night. Yes, I did, Pastor. I enjoyed it. Enjoyed sharing the opportunity with all the folks down in Fayetteville. Outstanding event. Both days,
That's
Saturday,
wonderful.
Friday, and Saturday.
Oh, so you was at ladies' night also, huh?
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
And what were you doing? What were you doing at ladies' night, Jesse?
Oh, introducing myself and introducing Ken and passing out, getting these folks to the library on Saturday, for the Saturday.
All right. Wow. Well, great job, guys. Great job. And like I said, welcome back home. We still got more work to do, right?
Oh, yes.
More work to do. Well,
the conference is now in presentation mode. Your line is muted.
Because you know, Papa Sam Gill always says, look, this is not net talking, this is networking. If you want to pay Lucian to drop payment in your account, you have to do some networking, not just net talking. It can't always be about talk. You know, Papa Sam Gill's going to get on us. He get on us really, really good. But he gives us wonderful words of wisdom. And it makes so much sense, and we know why Mel and Amy are as successful as they are. Because you got a dad like that pushing you, you can't help but be successful. And that's exactly what's happening here in Team Effort Network. A lot of wonderful success is happening, wonderful success stories are coming through. People are just winning their cars. Like every month, someone is winning a Mercedes-Benz or BMW. So many now are pushing towards having that lifestyle bonus so they can get their mortgage paid or even purchase a home or live that lifestyle they want to live, have a vacation that they've never taken before, pay off a student loan or whatever it is you want to do with that extra $2,500 a month. It's going to come every month. That's just incredible. That's just one of the bonuses that we receive in our compensation plan. The compensation plan is really set up for you to live a successful, abundant life that we have been promised. We have been promised the abundant life, but why not live it? And have you ever asked yourself, ever told yourself, it's my time to excel. I've been working hard for everybody else, and I've been doing this for everybody else, and I've been bending backwards for everybody else. Now it's my time. It's my time to excel. You need to tell yourself that. This is your time. This is your season. And you need to claim it and put it out there and walk accordingly and just take the actions that's necessary to make that come to pass because it's so right around the corner. It's just right there. And a lot of that is based on your confession. It's based on your faith. It's based on your belief. It's right there in arm's reach. But it's going to take you seeing it, believing it, acting on it, putting it out there, and telling yourself, this is my season. It is my time to excel. I am a winner. I've done this. I'm going to do it even greater. And set your goals and watch them come to pass. Well, let me stop here, family, and bring on my business partner, two-star Pastor Dale Wafer. Pastor Dale, are you here this morning, sir?
Yes, I am. I'm here. Sounds like we had a lot of excitement in North Carolina this weekend. Boy, I tell you, ladies' night out. I didn't know there was going to be a ladies' night out. Boy, I know Jesse done showed out now. He probably got his hands dancing in and all kinds of things going on. But it's a great thing to see that the team has gone down to North Carolina to assist our team there, assist our people there with with Cassandra and Beverly with their groups that was down there. And can't wait to hear what happened. We got to have them on to tell us what happened and, what can we do to support the effort as we open up these new markets. You always want to make sure you find some leaders and wrap those leaders with as much resources as possible so they can lead properly. So looking forward to seeing what happened and how we can support the new birth there in North Carolina. So I'm glad that these guys are back. It's back to go to work here in the Maryland, D.C. market and get these sprays and these products out to the people that we know here in this market as well. So it's going to be a good day. This is Monday, guys. Monday we have Coach Nikisha Vaughn. We're looking forward to it. I'm sure it's going to be one exciting day. Pastor B.
I'm ready for you, Coach Nikisha Vaughn. It is Monday morning. Our toolbox needs some more tools. What do you have for us today? Coach Nikisha Vaughn, are you there?
Hello. Sorry, trying to unmute my phone. I got all excited this morning with all that energy going. I'm sitting here on my own self like, okay, Pastor Denise is taking over the call. I love it. Well, good morning.
Good morning.
How are y'all doing today?
Doing great. How's it going there in California?
It's doing really, really well. We have something coming up, Pastor Denise, and I'm going to tell you about a good marketing push that we're going to do, and so I'm super, super excited about that. So we'll be talking about that shortly.
Oh, that sounds
good. I'm excited
together. About that. Ooh, that sounds good.
We always have to remember that this is a business. This is a bona fide business. And so we all have to have our marketing plans, our business plans together, have resources available. Like you saw Jesse Bowden and Paul Jackson going out to North Carolina. You got to get the resources together so you can build your team because this is like one of those once-in-a-lifetime opportunities where you get to join a company and you get to go out there to the marketplace with something that's not even being used. I mean, when you tell people about, Pastor Denise, let me just go ahead and get on to my training because I'm getting all excited this morning. I've been up too long. I've been up too long this morning.
I'm ready. I'm showed up, ready to go.
All right, let's get it started. So I wanted to talk about, let's take our business from part-time to full-time. And really what that means is so that we can stop working our full-time jobs and just live life. You know, life has been meant to be lived in the full, in abundance, till it overflows. And you can have that with Team Effort Network. And so let's talk about some things that we can do to take our business from part-time, just a hobby, to something that's going to be full-time that can give you the lifestyle that you're really looking for. Because it's not just about income, right? Because you can go anywhere and work any job that you want and bring in an income. It's really about creating that lifestyle for you and your family. And we always have to remember that we deserve it. Now, it's not going to come easy. You're going to have to work for it, but it's simple. It's very, very simple. In fact, we had a call. We had a one-on-one, actually a two-on-one this weekend, and we were talking, and she was like, well, you know, I've never even heard of network marketing. I'll get into my training, don't worry. She's like, can you explain it to me? And when I explained it to her, I said, it's really, really simple. I said, because you do it every day. The only difference is you don't get paid for it. So you go to the movies, like we just saw Jurassic Park, by the way, great movie. And you guys are going to go see it, right, because of my recommendation. But you're not going to get paid. I'm not going to get paid. They're just going to get paid. And so I said, this is a great way for you to do that. And all of a sudden, you could just see a spark come on and a light bulb. And she's like, wow, that's so easy. She's like, because I've heard people try to explain it, but they always got really complicated. And so we just have to really simplify this. So that's what we're going to talk about. This is a really, really simple system. If you really think about it, guys, all you're doing is telling people who are probably taking vitamins or some type of medication to transfer their wealth-building power all the way into their own business store, buy their own products, and share the results with everybody else. That's what makes this so easy. So what do we have to do? We have to teach the system. This is really, really important. And I know I say this all the time, but it's really, really, really important because I don't want you to just work this business and it just becomes another job for you. The goal is to teach the system in such a simplistic format that anybody can follow it anywhere in the world. And then you can sit back and they can sit back and collect residual income. And so what are you doing? You're just exposing people to the products and the opportunity every day. And I think that's really the key because when we start off, we're really, really excited, right? We're gung-ho. Everybody we meet, 3-foot rule, talking to you, talking to him, talking to them, spraying people down on the subway. You know, we're really, really excited. And this just happens with everything in life. You know, it becomes normalized to us. At first it was exciting. It was new. We had never heard of sprays and we've never seen these type of results before. And then it becomes commonplace, right? You just expect to have good health. In fact, I was looking in the mirror yesterday. I'm like, man, my skin is really cleared up from over a year ago. I was just kind of admiring that. And it's now become commonplace for me. I didn't realize that I had started to take advantage of the fact that my skin has gotten clearer from these sprays. And so we kind of start to take it for granted, which means that we stop sharing the opportunity as much as we used to because we're not as excited. Now all we got to do is bring that excitement back, is get on one of these calls, listen to a testimony, share this with a new person because when they try using it, you're going to see the excitement on their face and that's going to start to spur your business. So it's really important that we're exposing people to the products every day. And remember, we're products of the products. And I'm going to say something that might hurt some people's feelings, but I have to say this. I've just been moved. We got to push back. We're selling a nutritional product, and we got to represent the part. I'm just going to say that. Let you guys just chew on that, just marinate on that a little bit, because you're going to be, you know, talking to people about the products. And if you're not a product of the product and you don't have those results, especially if you've been in the business for a while, you're going to have to get back and get on your game. You know, watching what you eat, exercising. I'm not trying to get on anybody. I'm just saying people are looking for results. And if you're a product of the product, you have to be a showcase for those results. And when you do that, going out and talking to people every day is really, really easy because you're going to show off your weight loss. You're going to show off your clear skin. You're going to tell them about something that you used to deal with that you're not dealing with anymore. Look at all that talking on my first point. Let's keep going. Third-party validation. This is all about, I know, I'm telling you, Pastor Denise, I am up this morning. I am sprayed up. It is out of control right now. So I'm talking really fast. I hope you guys have your pens and papers with you. Next on the following the system and teaching the system is third-party validation. You guys, this is so huge. Anytime you can get someone else in the business to validate the business for the person that you're talking to, the job is almost 80% done. That's 80%. It's convincing them, showing them that this is a legitimate business opportunity. And you yourself might not be able to explain that. Why? Because this might be your warm market and they might know you and they might know personally that you've been in more than one network marketing company and that you've said that this was the best thing since sliced bread on the last one. And now, oh, yeah, but this is the best thing since sliced bread. So you might have some issues in your own hometown. And that's okay because third-party validation makes it easy for two reasons. One, You don't have to do the work. You can get somebody else to do your work for you. Of course, you're going to be doing the work for someone else too. But number two, it's easy and duplicatable. Because imagine if you were a new person, imagine when you were brand new and someone asked you about the compensation plan. You know all of these things, but really you know nothing because it's hard to articulate all these things that you know. You just know that you're excited. So when you can utilize third-party validation, that just takes away the work for everyone, and it makes it really, really easy to duplicate. And you want to duplicate because down the line, when you're going 100 levels deep, you don't want to have to be doing one-on-ones with people 100 levels deep. You want to be relaxing on the beach at 100 levels deep. So you have to teach the system. And then promoting and marketing your business. You know, you should have a marketing budget. You know, me and David, we have a marketing budget. And sometimes he likes to go over because he's in charge of the marketing. But we have a budget, and we actually allocate funds to spur our business on. Now, whether that's investing in websites or whether that's investing in flyers or brochures or business cards, this is all a part of your business. And you have to make sure that you're promoting your business. Yes, the sharing with people, it does. You're going to get some people. You're going to get excited. You're going to start your business off. But once you start your business off, you want to really grow to the next level. And the only way you're going to do that is to invest in marketing. And I think that's where some people get stuck. We talk to all the people that we know, and our team doesn't look the way we want it to look. And then we don't know what to do next. The next step is promotion. It's marketing. It's getting it out there. It's brand awareness. I know Pastor Dale is always talking about that. Getting the brand out there. And it's really, really important because these are all part of the system. When you can put all of these three things, I know they're very high level, but put all these three things into work, that's definitely going to kick your business from part-time to full-time. Next point, be the leader that you want to follow. You know, we sometimes forget that we are now an example to someone else who doesn't know anything about the business. You know, so how supportive are you? Are you reaching out to your team? You know, are you as committed to their success as you are to your own? Remember, their success is a direct link to your success, so you should definitely be committed to their success. What happens when your team says that they need help? Are you reaching out to the people who are dormant and telling them about the new products? You know, how often do you contact them? Are you sending them the telephone messages? Are you sending them emails? Have you connected with them on Facebook? There's so many ways that we can stay connected now with technology that there's no reason that we should leave any orphans on the table. And an orphan is really just someone who's joined the business and their sponsor for some reason has just kind of left them out there and they have lots and lots of questions. They want to do third-party validation and they don't know where to go. You know, the same thing with TTPs. I'll ask people, oh, you know, have you done a TTP? Well, no, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. If you're sitting here and saying, well, I want to do these things, Nikisha, I just don't know how. This is where you got to reach out to someone in your upline, your downline, your sideline. You can go on Facebook right now, put out a message and say, I need help. And I can guarantee you by the end of the day, you'll have at least 3 or 4 leaders who have given you their number and said, please contact me. I will be there to help you. You know, the thing I love the most about Team Effort Network is that I have never, and I say this all the time because I think it's so important to our culture, I have never reached out to someone and said, hey, can you help me with this? And they said no. I can call Memo and say, hey, Memo, can you help me with the 3-way? Sure, let me know what time they're going to be available. Just like that. Me and Memo don't, you know, we're not on the same team, but it doesn't matter. And he never even asked me. And that's the same thing with all the other leaders on the line. And I'm just saying this to emphasize, it's your business. And if you want to take it to the next level, if you want to make your dreams happen, if you're really, really excited, but you're stuck and you don't know what to do, you need to reach out. That's the first step. And when you reach out, I promise you, somebody will take you from there. I promise you. And if nobody will take you from there, I'll make sure that I get on there and take you from there. Somebody will take you from there. Just reach out because it's so important that you reach out to someone and don't let your business fizzle out just because you don't have any help because we're all here to help you. And you always want to take care of your team too. Teach them the system. You know, be prepared to help someone until they get their first 2. You know, I encourage every leader on the line to go into your back office. I know Vicky Soto just posted something on Facebook about how you get there. Go into your back office. Look at everyone. Does everyone have their 2? If you personally have sponsored someone and they don't have their 2, I encourage you to go out there and help them get their 2 today. Say, hey, you know, I just looked in there. You don't have your 2. I am committed for the next 30 days to get you your 2 people. Come on, let's get a plan together. What are we going to do? Just reaching out to someone, you don't know how that can change their life. Because a lot of times when people aren't reaching out to you, it's because they're stuck. Here's one thing, and I'm going to get back to my training, but I thought this was really important. I wrote it in my notes. I didn't know where it was going to come up. You wouldn't think that it would be difficult to pitch your dream to someone, but it's really scary because you have to remember we're not taught to dream anymore. We're not taught to visualize. Every time you got caught visualizing, they say, get your head out of the clouds, get back onto these books, focus here, focus here. We never got an opportunity to dream. And when you open up this business opportunity to someone, all of a sudden their dreams come flooding back to them in this big rush, and it's super, super scary for them. And a lot of people get stuck in that fear, and they just can't go further. And when you kind of reach out to people, when you grab hold of them and say, hey, here, I'm here to help you. Come on, let's see what we can do. It gets them back into focus. And it says it's okay to be excited about your dreams. You don't have to be scared that they're not going to come true and not work on them because you're afraid of them coming true. And so I just highly encourage everyone, look in your downline. If there's anybody in there who doesn't have their 2 people, make it your mission as a leader. Because remember, you want to be the leader that you want to follow. And this is going to perpetuate itself throughout your team to say, hey, you don't have your 2 people. I'm committed to getting you your 2 people. Plug them into the system. Help out with TTPs and 3-way calls. Again, we got so much technology to help us with this. You can Skype. You can use the MVT tools. You can use so many tools out there to grow your business, to help connect with people. You don't have to physically be in the area to help someone with their TTP or a 3-way call. And then just make sure that you're finding 10 partners to connect with. We have the winwith10.com/calendar where you can see all the different events that are going on. Call someone, connect with someone. Don't stay out there on your own. And as leaders, we have to step up and go out there and reach out to people and make sure that they're successful. Whew, next point, moving on. Oh, man, I'm talking fast and I'm moving down the line. Be content-driven, not... Right, Pastor Denise? It's got to be said because we can't leave people out on the field. This is too good of an opportunity to let people go. Absolutely. Be content-driven and not sales-driven. That was one thing that the prospect said. She's like, well, I'm not a salesman. I'm like, I don't want you to be a salesman. All I want you to do is try the product, and then when you get the results that I know you're going to get because of the high absorption, share that with people. You do that anyway, right? And she was like, well, yeah, I do that anyway. And they're going to have to buy it once you share them and they're excited, right? She's like, yeah, I guess they would have to buy it. And it's better for them to buy it from you and you get 100% markup because of you're buying it at wholesale and selling it at retail. They're not going to have a problem with that, would they? No, that makes sense. So you want to make sure that you're not being sales driven. You're not going out there looking for sales. You're going out there sharing your results and say, would you like some of the same? That's why I said we have to make sure that we are a product of the product, not only just consuming that product, but also representing that lifestyle that we're telling people that the product's going to get. Feeling healthy, looking healthy, being energetic, excited about life. And so our goal is really to educate people about the opportunity in their products, not sell them. And that's what your goal is we're not trying to sell. We're just giving people more and more information. That's all it is. It's just exposure after exposure. And that's when I realized why follow-up is so important. Let me just throw that in there. It's because sometimes the first time you expose something, the first time that I hear something, I don't always recognize it. And you know why? We don't have a point of reference. If I hear something new, I don't have a point of reference to kind of say, oh, okay, that makes sense because that's kind of like this. And so when you don't have a point of reference, you have to be exposed over and over and over again so you can start to see, oh, this is where that fits into my life. Oh, these type of dreams can come true if I join Team Effort Network. Oh, this thing that I've been wanting to do, it can happen if I join Team Effort Network. And so all we're doing is just exposing to the people to the business, exposing them to the lifestyle, exposing them to the opportunity, exposing them to the products. And we do that just by being an example. It's such a super easy business. Okay, next point. Eliminate negative and unproductive thinking patterns. This is really, really important, because how you do anything is how you do everything. And we talked last week a lot about attitudes. And, a lot of our attitude is affected about how we feel about ourselves. And if you have a lot of negative feedback, if you're around a lot of negative people, and that's the most of us, right? Because you can turn on television and you're automatically in the company of negative people. You can turn on the radio and you're automatically in the company of negative people. You pick up a newspaper, again. So it's really hard to avoid. But here's some things that we can do to get out of negative thinking and to get out of unproductive thinking habits. Read at least 15 minutes from an empowering, uplifting book. I always say this is so important for us to read. There's something, I'm going to look it up, but there's something that happens to our minds when we read things on paper or on a Kindle. Exactly. Pastor Denise, do you know exactly what it is? You know what I'm talking about. I can't remember exactly what they said.
Well,
I'm
not sure. I do know what you're saying, but when you mention it, Nikisha, about there's something that takes place when we read words, what always comes to me is that we are words housed in flesh. And we have to understand that everything was created from words. Even we was created from words, not to let them be as there was. So I think that's why we continue to grow when we hear words and when we speak words. So that's what comes to me when I hear words. We are words housed in flesh.
Ooh, I love it. Yes, absolutely. I love it. I have nothing else to say about that. Moving on to the next point. Unplug the TV. And here's the thing about the TV. I was really thinking about this too, because I'm like, what's so wrong about the TV? Why are they always telling us we can't watch too much TV? What is the big deal? And I realized that your subconscious mind, remember how we talked about this, doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's imagined. And so that's why you can visualize your life and then have it come to play. And that's what happens when we watch television, is that they're putting images in our mind that are shaping our subconscious. And if you watch too much television, imagine what you're watching and how that's shaping you at an unconscious level. That's a little scary when you think about all the things that are out there, all the things that they're telling you need to be, you need to buy, you need to drive, you need to have, you need to do. All these things are just filling your mind with it. And that means you have no power over it. And it's doing it to your subconscious mind, so it makes it even more difficult for you. So it's important that we just unplug that TV so that we can control our thoughts. We control our lives, not the television, not the radio, not the circumstances. We decide. And so that's why we want to unplug. Listen to an empowering tape. It's really, really important that we get that word into our ears, into our eyes, into our minds all the time. And so if you can listen to something that's going to uplift you, I love doing this. I tell you guys, I love doing this. If they would pay me to do this, I'd do this all day long. I tell you that much. But you know what? Not everybody gets a Nikisha Vaughn. And so you're going to have to go out there and find your own empowering tape. There's so many tapes out there. There's so many great leaders out there who can help encourage you throughout the day. And remember, you're combating against all the negative energy, all the negative images and words out there. So you're going to have to do your due diligence, because it doesn't take any effort for weeds to grow. But if you want to make beautiful flowers grow in your garden, you're going to have to put some work into that soil. Ooh, I love that. Okay. Disassociate or limit your association with negative people. I've said this before, and I know other leaders have said this. I have no time for negative people. I can't be in my life. I had to leave we had a nice little barbecue for Father's Day yesterday. I had to leave early because my sister was acting up. I don't play forever with anybody, anywhere, anytime, because I have such a limited time on this earth. And I'm not mad at her. She's just got her own way, and it's not my way. And, hey, that you can do you, and I have to go and do me. And so there's always power in choices, and we have to limit ourselves from negative people, because all they'll do is just take you down with them. And at first you might think that it's affecting you, because we're always thinking that we're so strong, but it affects your subconscious mind, and that's what controls the behavior. And that's what's so scary about it, is because you don't always see that it's happening underneath the surface. So if you just eliminate negative or people, or disassociate, or just as soon as they start into their negative attitudes, you're like, okay, we're done here, and move on, you're going to see lots of improvements in your life and in your thinking and in your clarity and just in your whole mental time. Take time for reflection and prayer. This is all how we get rid of negative thoughts. So many people, we're so busy. We got cell phones pinging and emails going and Facebook scrolling and all sorts of things going on. Sometimes we need to stop. We need to breathe. We need to relax. We need to reflect. We need to pray. We need to be grateful for what we have. Let me just say that, because, God just really impressed that upon me. We really need to be more grateful for the things that we have. We're always, as leaders and as visionaries, as entrepreneurs, as everyone on this line, we're always looking forward, right? We're always looking into the future for all the things that we want. And sometimes we forget to be really grateful for the things that we already have. The fact that 10 even came into your life, and a lot of you can tell scores and scores of testimonies of how it's changed your life. If you start to be really, really grateful for that gratitude will make it a lot easier for you to share the products. Why? Because you'll see how important that was for 10 to come in your life and change your life, that you're going to want that for the people who are close to you. So we just have to take a time to reflect and be grateful for the things that we have. Another one is you just want to drink water and exercise. It's so important that we hydrate our bodies, that we eat good foods, that we're exercising, because we're physical. We're even though we're a spirit, we're still in that physical body, and that physical body can have a toll on you if it's not working in optimal condition. Now, the sprays are going to do a lot to help your health, but your sprays won't exercise for you. And your sprays won't drink enough water for you. And even though we have the Slim, and even though we have the Trim, it's not going to push that cake away from you. That cake will still be there, and it might still talk to you. You might not have the physical cravings for it, but sometimes mentally we haven't moved on from that. So I'm just saying, you want to watch what you're eating, watch what you're exercising, and That's what we're going to do. Okay. Well, Pastor Denise, I had a whole nother section, but I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up there because I think it's really, really important. I know that was a lot. But it's 8:30, so I don't want to be caught. I want to be aware of everyone's times, and I know after this call they got to get out of here and get to work. So back to you, Pastor Denise.
Oh, Nikisha, that was some great stuff, and I love the way it just flowed out of you. It was coming really good. I mean, I loved everything that was said, even from the very beginning when you started saying that we have to go from part-time to full-time. And I thought we need to go from part-time living to full-time living. You know, we're living a part-time life, and we've been given an abundant life to live, and we need to make up our mind. You need to make a decision. What do you want to do? You want to continue to live like that, giving your life away each day, just letting hours and time just be wasted, or you step back and afraid to allow your dream to come to pass? Because I think you get it there too, Nikisha, because some of us are afraid that our dream might really come true. And that can be kind of scary when you're used to just living defeated life. And then all of a sudden, you see a challenge, you see a vehicle that can actually bring your dream to reality. And you got to prepare yourself for that. So the tools that you gave us today is an eye-opener to what we have. How are we living? Stop and examine yourself. Understand that we have a system that just needs to be taught. It will work. But have you learned the system? Do you know it well enough to teach? And it's not that hard. It's really not that complicated. It's helping people to get healthy and teaching them to live a better lifestyle, the lifestyle that they already so passionately want to live. So, wow, Nikisha, I loved it. It was very enlightening. It was very encouraging. It was very uplifting. Thank you so much for bringing that to us today. Let's bring up Pastor Dale. Pastor Dale, anything to say with that?
She always sets it off, boy. She just sets it off on fire.
Yeah.
I mean, this is such a good time on Mondays for her because she gets everybody wide up and ready to go. So, as always, you've done it again. You hit the ball right out of the park. Great job, Coach Nikisha. We love it.
I love it. It's great, encouraging, inspiring. I just pray everybody was really listening, listening to learn. Sometimes we can listen to be entertained, but I mean, really listen to learn. Because what Coach Nikisha is saying, when all the other great leaders stay on this call, it really makes a difference if you apply it, if you take action, if you can convert that knowledge to action. It will work for you. These principles really do work. They really do. So let's go out to the UK. Dr. Nita Poole with our quote for today. Dr. Poole, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me, Denise?
I can. How are you today?
I am good. And I may be seeing our wonderful colleague Maureen Smith tomorrow here in the UK.
Yes,
she's over for a wedding. And absolutely. She's over for a wedding, a family occasion, just for a very, very quick week, actually in London, which is about 4 hours, 4 or 5 hours, just depending on, which location in London away from me. So what we're going to do is we're going to meet halfway in Oxford, and Oxford is a beautiful city anyway, so as long as she can make it, I am going to be showing her around Oxford, and we are going to be discussing 10 for all her contacts in the UK, and taking 10 forward both in the USA and UK and worldwide. So it's going to be absolutely fantastic, and she has, I gather, a bit of trim in her bag, so I'm really excited to have a look at the packet and, taste a bit. As I'm sure we're going to have a little bit of a tasting as well. So it's just subject to hearing back from her because she actually only arrived in the UK today, and she and I, the only day we can make is actually tomorrow. So as long as she's not too jet-lagged, we're going to be getting together. So that's going to be absolutely wonderful, and some huge news, folks. Things in the news headlines I highlight, trends I highlight, and they're actually thinking of changing the parameters of how they measure being overweight and being obese. We're used to a ratio called the BMI, Body Mass Index. However, the government are actually looking with the health authorities for a new way, because that's not always the best indicator. What they're thinking of, many studies have shown, is the waist to height ratio is a far better indication. Now, if they bring in that waist to height ratio, they're talking about an additional 7 million people are going to be classed as overweight. That's so incredibly relevant to us because, of course, we have Slim by 10, natural ingredients that can help people lose weight, actually attacks the belly fat as well, helps to reduce the formation of fat cells, helps to reduce the growth of the fat cells, helps to burn up the carbohydrate and fat to energy rather than stored fat, and helps to decrease those sugar cravings, which is what puts on the weight to start off with. So, this is big news. And actually, even if they did not change the parameters, the reality is just knowing that waist to height ratio is a very important factor in being overweight. The waist, well, my goodness, to have Slim by 10, literally just spray in the mouth, and you have something that can naturally help to reduce that belly fat, and in fact, fat all around the body, including visceral fat, which is the fat around your organs, which is the fat that often causes belly fat as well, because it's in, around your stomach, but also it's underneath the skin in that subcutaneous area. So, they've gone on lots and lots of studies which show that not only does being overweight risk your health when you're alive, but those who are obese die earlier, and the statistics actually prove that. So, we've got something absolutely huge in our hands. In fact, it's not only huge because of the quality of the products and the fact that it can address so many different things, and obviously we don't claim to treat, cure, or prevent any particular disorders, but we've got the testimonials that show it's been helping people absolutely amazingly. But we've also got the income opportunity, which is really a word-of-mouth income opportunity. And guess what the studies show? Verizon Telecom actually did a study, business study, and they found 85% of small businesses thanked word of mouth for their success. What's our marketing formula? It's word of mouth. That's what network marketing or referral marketing actually is. It's word of mouth. It's not huge amounts of money spent on loads and loads of big advertising and TV campaigns and all of that kind of things. It's word of mouth, person to person, and that's what really works. In fact, a study done by Nielsen showed that 92% of consumers believe recommendation from their friends and family and their contacts over anything that they see in advertising. So, word of mouth recommendations really work. In fact, far more than advertising works, and that's what the formula that we have in our hands. So it's all about, not really listening to anyone who doesn't believe and just moving on to the people who do believe. In fact, I recently saw Arnold Schwarzenegger is here. I know he's a big in America. Well, he's big worldwide. He's over here actually in these last few days promoting his new film of The Terminator. And obviously, he's had a lot of success in his life. He's had a lot of controversy as well. And whatever you may think of him, the reality is he sets his goal and he achieves it, no matter whether it was, politically or in acting or bodybuilding or fitness. And in fact, a lot of people say that he's the one who really started the whole of the fitness industry. He's the one who really made gyms become popular. When he first started his bodybuilding, people didn't really understand bodybuilding. They didn't really understand fitness. There wasn't a gym in every town, every village, every, workplace, every corporate place. People just weren't taking fitness seriously. And when he came on the scene, they really did. And they asked him recently in the interview I saw, what is it that he would put down to his success? And he said, never, ever give up, and never, ever listen to anyone who is negative. In fact, learn to close your ears and take no notice of the naysayers and the negative people around you. Set your goal, set your dream, and never give up on your dream. That's his secret of success. And that's actually the secret of success to network marketing and to our fantastic, fantastic sprays. I'm going to give you a quote from Darren Hardy recently. He said, focus around these few vital factors. Create, reach, and explain. CRE, create, reach, and explain. Create, how do you create more value? And we've already got the value created in our products and our pay plan. So we don't have to actually work on that. All we have to do is to describe the value, show the value to people. And it's so easy to do. Show them the sprays, let them have a taste, let them see the pay plan, let them look at your website. Do as Vicky does, take them through the website. That's even better. And reach the people. Darren Hardy says, reach people who want the value. It's no use reaching anyone. Reach the people who want the value that you've got in your hands. So think of your market sectors and go for those market sectors for our TEN sprays and our income opportunity. And then Darren Hardy says, explain. He quotes, explain. How do we better explain our value to those people? It's all about value. And you can explain the value easily. Just take them to your website, show them the videos, show them the corporate videos, and then put them on a call with one of the leaders. Put them on the call with, Dale, Denise, Vicky, Kevin, Nikisha, Akisha, Mr. T. There are loads and loads of people. You hear them every single day, basically. Or even put them on a call with me or, anyone you hear on these calls. These are the serious people. Put them on a call, a three-way call with them or a conference call, and let them answer the questions. It's that easy. So remember, Darren Hardy says, create, reach, and explain. It's all about value. And, of course, it's all about teamwork. Babe Ruth says the way a team plays as a whole determines its success. You may have the greatest bunch of individual stars in the world, but if they don't play together, the club won't be worth a dime. So it's literally about playing together, Babe Ruth says. Russell Honore says, teamwork builds trust, and trust builds speed. And that's what network marketing is all about. It's about speed, and therefore, ultimately, it's about trust and teamwork. Joe Paterno says, when a team outgrows individual performance and learns team confidence, excellence becomes a reality. Robert Griffin says, football is football and talent is talent. But the mindset of the team, what makes all the difference. And Nikisha often reminds us on a Monday, it's all about attitude, it's all about mindset. So definitely it's all about dreams as well. Set your dream, set your goal, and then make it happen. Eleanor Roosevelt said, the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Back to you, Denise.
Thank you, Dr. Poole. And yes, Maureen Murphy-Smith did leave yesterday into your direction to the UK, so we're looking forward to the two of you connecting in the UK and hearing how that visit was. This is great how the team members can travel from different regions or even around the world to connect with one another and to help one another. So we're looking forward to get together with you and Maureen Murphy-Smith. That's exciting. Thank you for that. Once again, Coach Nikisha Vaughn, thank you for bringing us that training for today. And Pastor Joe, do you have any closing remarks before we end the call?
I'll just say, go ahead, guys. Get out there and get it done. All of this great news and great training on this call, don't let it go to waste. Put it into your repertoire and use it. Back to you.
Oh, please use it, such good stuff, and it works. So get out there and you tell folks about that vitamin D. Tell them about that B boost and the Slim by 10 that works hand in hand with our Trim by 10. And please tell them about the Super 10. And by all means, don't you forget that Cell Energy, the master protector of the body. And we have great products in our hands. We have a great consultation plan. We have the perfect recipe of changing people's lives. And that's exactly what we do. So don't forget to join Maria on the Spanish call this morning at 9, 10 a.m. Pacific. Get your Spanish-speaking guests on the call so they can celebrate and team up and network, and the lives are being changed around the world. And there's nothing more to say but to take family other than get off this phone and get out there and tell someone the great things that you heard today here on the Team Effort Lifestyle Call. You'll be able to tomorrow morning to hear more great things as we continue to press towards that $15 million that we will reach in Team Effort Network in the next 17 months. 15 million, family. It's coming. It's there. You better believe it. Family, know that you are loved. You are greatly appreciated. God bless you all, and have a prosperous day on purpose.